Hi, my name is Lushin and I love to talk about movies. So if you like talking about movies, click that subscribe button. Every month I like to recap the movies I bought that month. So I talk about all the Blu-rays I bought, box sets. I read a lot of comics as well, so I talk about the comics I bought. So if you're into all that kind of stuff, consider clicking that subscribe button. I've got a backlog of movie reviews, comic book reviews, TV show reviews, all that sort of stuff. So if you're interested in doing that, click subscribe. And with all that said, let's talk about the stuff I bought. So I thought I'd start off this whole haul with the smallest stuff I actually bought, which was comic books, which I was surprised by, because going off last month, I think I bought about 5 or 6 novels, graphic novels. So I'm like, oh, I might buy a lot this month. But I ended up buying one novel, graphic novel, and one comic book, but they're both The Walking Dead. So I'll start off with the first one I bought, which was the last one, Rest in Peace, where you see Rick here standing on the cover, looking over, which I think I'm going to say it's the Commonwealth. I'm pretty sure it's Commonwealth. It's big enough. So seeing Rick look over with smoke, we didn't actually see that in the whole thing, but having the final volume of The Walking Dead it was very sad to buy, because knowing that this is the last time I will ever buy a brand new volume of The Walking Dead. And even though reading through it, it does not feel like the end, where you've got people meeting each other for the first time. You've got the princess and Mercer's relationship starting to build, which you actually see last their entire life when you see the last volume, and it does not feel like it's going to end. Now, my problem with this issue is you'll be reading it, and it's very straightforward up until the point where you see them all making their way back to Alexandria. Once you get there, and the huge time jump, it doesn't work. It worked when you read it from 1 month and like that, then a month later. But when you flip the page and I'm guessing 30-year time jump, it doesn't really work. If the time it's all over the place. So that's the only problem I have with this volume, is just the time jump does not work within this. Maybe they should just done 33 volumes and this had the time jump after that, but again, that's just reselling the actual issue. But I think it would have made a lot more sense than doing this, because I just don't think the time jump really works well in this. But besides that, it's great to actually now have the full 1 to 32 volumes of The Walking Dead. I'm going to read through them again because I absolutely love The Walking Dead. I think the green for this, it was a weird colour. I thought maybe a black would have been better because it's dead, or even red for blood. But it's green. I thought it was a weird colour, because all the colours they have kind of tend to go with something somewhat to do with the issue. As well, the thickness is a lot thicker than the rest of them. I think the only one that matches it is A New Beginning Volume 22. So it's the final issue. I don't know what else to say about it. And then the other one I bought was a reprint, so I never actually owned this one. It's worth nothing, but I'm just happy to have an issue 1 of the Walking Dead comics, because I love this comic series so much. The cover I think is great. I don't know if this is the actual, I'm not sure if it's actual cover artwork they had for the original, but I just loved it. And even as I was reading through it, the artwork, I forgot it was a different writer. From 1 to 7 is one writer. I think his name was Tony Moore. Yeah, I think so. And then Charlie Adler takes over from 8 to 193. So seeing the different artwork style was very weird, where like that's what Rick looked like at one point. And then from 8 onwards he looks completely different. It was extremely weird. I prefer how he looked after 8, because he just looked a lot better. The artwork is different in this, but after reading this I want to go back and read it from 1 to 32 again, and I'm probably going to review each volume as I go along. So if you want to see that kind of stuff, just stick around. And next up, I want to talk about the movies you bought. Now, this movie, first on my list, I forgot I bought. It came about 2-3 days ago in the mail, and I completely forgot I bought it. It's Iron Man 2 on 4K Steelbook. I'm trying to get all the MCU movies in Steelbook form, so that was a no-brainer, because I think to buy this, just a Blu-ray, is like 60-70 euro, because it's an older movie. But it was just a lot cheaper to buy the 4K. It's 4K, it looks a lot better. I'm not a huge, massive fan of Iron Man 2. I think it's got great moments. I think Robert Downey Jr. he's great in the movie, as he is anyways. The story, the villain's not that good, but there's a lot of good scenes in it. But that steelbook, I just love it. Look, that's the front cover, and there's a glossy to it. And then there's the back of it. It's just the arc reactor, the one he creates in the movie. And then the inside cover, it's a picture of Iron Man. But I can't remember what exact scene it's from, but it is nice. When I seen it, I didn't know that was the inside cover artwork when I bought it, but looking, I'm like, yeah, that makes sense. Because I think the Iron Man 1 inside cover, which I'm waiting to come in the mail. I think that's the one him flying through the air, but I'm not 100% sure. So it's I already have Iron Man 2. This was just an update into a 4K steelbook, so I just said I'll add it to the list. And then next up, a movie I haven't actually seen in about a year. I think it's a year since I've seen this in cinema. I was never actually going to watch it again, but my girlfriend seen it, got really excited, so I'm like, okay, yeah, I'll buy it and we'll watch it. It's Black Klansman. I haven't actually watched it again since buying it. We'll probably watch it again next week or two, but I remember it being good. I remember enjoying both of their performances and enjoying the relationship they have together. But I'd never thought it'd be a movie I'd watch again, but she was really excited to watch it again, so I said, we'll just watch it again, because it was cheap enough, so I just bought it. And then another movie she actually wanted to watch, Rampage, another movie I seen last year. She missed out on it, but I've been thinking about buying this ever since it came out on Blu-ray, because I enjoyed it. It's The Rock has got his own genre of movies at this stage where they're just cheesy action movies, and they're so good. Even though they can be really stupid, you can't leave a Rock movie and not have enjoyed yourself. And as well, this movie's got JDM in it, and I love Negan. He's one of the best characters in The Walking Dead, and he pretty much just plays Negan in this movie, so I just said, yeah, I want to watch it again. This is a movie I hadn't seen it. I've seen the second one came out earlier this year, so I watched this one before, thinking, okay, I'll just see the second one. It's the Happy Death Day. I expected nothing from this movie. I thought it'd be complete crap by just looking at the premise of it, but it was such a fun movie. I really enjoyed it. The horror is not that scary, but I really, really enjoyed it. And now, if I can find a sequel for cheap enough with a slipcover, I will buy it, but I'm not going to buy it without a slipcover. I think the second one is better, but the first one's still great. But if I can get cheap enough, I will buy it, because I think it's a nice, small, cheap franchise where they can make them really cheap, but the quality is still good. I think I heard somewhere they don't think they'll make a third one, but I really like a third one, but I don't think we'll get one. And next up on my list, it's a box set I've never seen before. I've heard nothing but mixed things. I think the first one, maybe two, is good, but then after that, I think they get complete crap. It's Nightmare on Elm Street. I've wanted to watch these for years, but I could never. They're kind of hard to find to watch online and Netflix and all that. So I'm like, okay, I'll just buy the box set and watch it. I haven't watched them yet. Really looking forward to it. That's why I have nothing else to say about it. The only thing I don't like about it is so thick, so it just takes up so much room on the shelf. So that's the only one bad thing I have about it, but I'll let you know future thoughts about it in the future as I watch them. And then I think this is probably the biggest release of this month, except for Endgame, which is actually coming out tomorrow, which comes, I think it's the second, actually. It comes out in September, but it came out during August in America. Lucky. But Shazam came out in Ireland for the first, I think it came out the 2nd or 3rd of August, and I watched it again, and watching it again was my third time seeing it, and it's still so funny. It's not as good as it was watching it in cinema for the first time, but I watched this with my girlfriend. She loved it. She was laughing from start to finish. It's such a fresh take on the superhero genre. It is, well, we watched Big like 2 days before that, so after seeing Big going into this, I see a lot of similarities between it, and now I knew about the piano scene, but seeing it in this movie, I'm like, oh, that's some Big, and it's just, I loved it. I'm gonna watch it again. I might do it up today. I might do a ranking of the DCE movies, but I'm not gonna say it. I'll let you know where this lands when I do that ranking of the DCE movies. And then this is another major release of this month. It was Us. Didn't think I was gonna buy this, but I seen them, like, actually I do want to watch that again. Watched it with my girlfriend. She was not happy. She's not really a horror fan, so she was kind of panicking a little bit during this movie, but it's such a good movie. It's one of those movies where I thought it was better upon rewatch, so if you didn't like it in cinema, go back and watch it again. It's a lot better the second time, because you start noticing a lot more, and the score to this movie, it is terrifying. If you walk around, like if you're walking home at like 1 o'clock in the morning, it's pitch black, hearing that theme song, it freaks you out. I've done it. It's not a good thing to do. I enjoyed doing it because it was so creepy and it put me at the edge of my seat. So that theme song, it's probably the best new score of this year so far. I can't think no other score has stuck with me as well as this one has, and it's so creepy. If you have not seen Us, I would highly recommend you seeing it because it's such an enjoyable movie. Okay, so Hobbs and Shaw came out this month, and I seen Statham, and I'm like, I want to see a Jason Statham movie. So me and my girlfriend, we were in the movie store, and we seen the Meg. Neither of us have seen it. I enjoy dumb shark movies, so we picked up this, we watched this, and then we started Jaws, but then we just didn't finish it. But seeing the Meg, it's such a dumb, cheesy movie, but it's actually so enjoyable. It's like the Rock movies, the dumb, cheesy movies, but you can't help but enjoy them. And we're both such huge Office fans, so seeing the guy who played Dwight in this, I think his name is Rainn Wilson, seeing him in this as an asshole was extremely weird, but it was also great. And then the last movie box that I picked up this month, the Scream box set. I've only seen Scream 1, even to this day. I watched it for the first second time with my girlfriend today, and it's not as good the second time. I think the first time still was the best. I haven't heard anything but the second or third movie, so there's no reason why I haven't watched them yet. I just haven't got around to them. But she screamed maybe 2 or 3 times in this movie, and she kept trying to predict that throughout the movie. I can't remember if she was right in the end, but it's such a good movie. Like, it's one of those ones, if you can't just go into Scream, you have to have a bit of horror movie background to understand a lot of it. Like, there's a few scenes like I knew about for Nightmare on Elm Street. I seen in this movie, you see a guy dressed up as him. There's a lot of Halloween references. There's a lot of horror references throughout this. And I actually, funny story, right? So the guy who plays, I can't remember his name, but he plays Shaggy in Scooby-Doo movies. I actually seen him at Comic-Con last month, and I was going up to see how much he costs to meet him, and he told me to get the fuck out of here, fuck off. He said it in a joking way, of course, but I didn't meet him in the end. But I thought it was a funny story to see him on the screen, because I watched Scooby-Doo 2 as well the other day, and knowing that guy told me to fuck off, I think it's pretty cool to think that, yeah, just to hear that he told me to fuck off. Like, I don't think many people can say that he did that to him, so I thought it was a pretty cool story to tell. And the last couple of things I bought was a few Funko Pops. Now, ever since seeing Toy Story 4 in cinemas back in June, I've wanted a Gabby Funko, but just the ones I had were just her standing by her side. I wasn't a huge fan of it, and I went to Smith's one of the days, and I seen Gabby holding Forky, and like, that's the Gabby I want, so I picked it up straight away. And I just love how, because I think there's a Woody one as well where Woody's holding Forky, and I love these exclusive and a special edition, so it works out a lot better. Just seeing Gabby holding Forky, it's a lot of what her character did rather than just her arms down by her side, because I'm not a massive fan of those pops. I love the ones that they have something different done to them, so just seeing this one, I'm like, yeah, that's the one I want. There's still a few ones I have to get. I want Duke of Boom, but as well, his just a boring standing by his side ones. So I'm kind of hoping to do one of him on his bike, which would be great. I need Ducky and Bunny, but I seen these flocked ones. I'm thinking I might get them, but if I can't, I'm just gonna wait for them to go down in price because I need Ducky and Bunny for my pop collection of my Toy Story figures. And then I think it was the first or even the second. It was towards the very start of the month, but I was in GameStop and I seen they had Dopey, so I'm like, you know what? I'm going to start collecting the Snow White Funko Pops. So now, end of the month, I've got Dopey and Doc. I think I've got Sleepy or Bashful, I can't remember who. But I've got one of them coming in the mail, and I'm probably going to order some more throughout this month because I want to get... I just seen them, like, these are really nice. And they're just... To have all the Snow Whites, I'll pick up all the 7 Dwarfs. I'll probably pick up Snow White, and then I'll try even if I can get the Evil Queen. Because I just thought they were just so unique and different looking, where I'm like, yeah, I want them, but... from memory, they're like 2017 pops, so it's gonna be hard to find them because they're older ones, so it's gonna be harder to find them at a good price. But I got those two at a good price, so I was happy enough. And I was surprised I couldn't find more because they're all in my Amazon list, so I can just place them whenever I want them. But it's just a matter of trying to space them out when financially I can get them. So that is everything I actually bought this month. Let me know what kind of Funko Pops you bought, comic books, Blu-rays, 4Ks. Let me know what you bought this month. If you anything I bought, let me know what your favorite thing I bought this month. And as always, thanks for watching.